To the Illinois primary, and the Democratic winner in the race for Cook County State's attorney is still too close to call.
Eileen O'Neill Burke holds a slight lead over Clayton Harris, but there are still thousands of ballots, mail ballots to count, and 20 precincts never submitted their votes last night. CBS 2's Sabrina Franza is live outside the Chicago Board of Elections with what happens next. Sabrina?
There are 109,000 votes still to be counted here in the city of Chicago. That does not include about 20 precincts that have not yet submitted their results last night. Those votes could give us more insight on who might be the next Democratic nominee for Cook County State's Attorney, the person hoping to replace the current State's Attorney Kim Foxx, who is not running for a third term. Eileen O'Neill Burke, a former prosecutor, criminal defense attorney, and appellate court judge, holds a narrow lead over Clayton Harris, a law school lecturer at the University of Chicago and former Cook County Assistant State's Attorney. Burke ran a campaign as the more tough on crime candidate, while Harris has tried to appeal to voters by promising to keep the city safe while also ensuring people are treated fairly if they are arrested. Both candidates told us they would not be commenting today, but their staff mentioned they were both feeling cautiously optimistic as the votes are counted. The Chicago Board of Elections told CBS 2 that about 109,000 mail-in ballots were sent out and remain to be counted. They plan to start counting those votes tomorrow.
It's a bit of a question mark of how many of those are ultimately going to come back, and especially with a lower turnout election like we just saw. In our previous 2022 and 2023 elections, we saw about an 80% vote by mail return rate. Pretty good, all the way up to about 85%. If that's any indication, I think out of that 109 number, if we're looking at like a lower turnout or seeing how many are properly postmarked on time too, you're probably looking at a closer number of maybe 60 to 70,000 of those.
Coming up at 5, we're taking a closer look at who requested those 109,000 mail-in ballots, how many are coming from outside of the city of Chicago, from the suburbs of Cook County, and giving a closer look at what that might mean for these two candidates. We're live in the loop. Sabrina Franza, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Sabrina.